Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be talking about the downfall of the 03 and 04 Mercury Marauder, why they stopped making them. If you are new to the channel, thanks for tuning in. Right here we have a 2005 Ford Crown Vic Police Interceptor. Now before we talk about the Mercury Marauder, I used to own one. I had a 2004. It was the last year of production for the Mercury Marauder, and I had it was silver birch. I still have the old airbox off my Mercury Marauder, and you see how wide this is compared to the narrow tube that's on the Crown Vic. I sold my Marauder due to the expensive maintenance on the car. The rear end had to be rebuilt twice. Also had to replace the whole cooling system on the car. Ford could not find out what was wrong for it to go. It kept going over the temperature, the normal temperature, so they ended up replacing the whole coolant system. And on that Marauder, things get very expensive, especially when you have to buy everything from the dealership. Because if you don't, you'll find yourself right back replacing parts again. So Mercury produced the Mercury Marauder, the one that's on this platform here, in 03 and 04. They came in 4 different colors. You had black, which was the most common color. You had dark red, silver birch, and a dark blue pearl metallic. The dark blue pearl metallic is the most rarest color you're going to find on the Mercury Marauder. Dark red being the next, and then the most you'll see is black, and then the silver birch. Unlike the car that you see here in front of me, the Mercury Marauder came with 18-inch rims. It had a 4.6 4-valve V8 producing a little bit over 300 horsepower and 318 foot-pounds of torque. The dashboard was somewhat similar. The only thing that was really different from the dash was the cluster and the steering wheel. It had the older model steering wheel from the 03. It also had digital climate control. The radio was a little bit better than this one. It came with a CD player, and it also had a 6-disc CD changer in the trunk. And it also came with options of heated and power seats. Unlike the Crown Vic that has a gear shift right here, the Marauder came down in the center on the floor. The engine in the Mercury Marauder was based out of the Mach 1 Mustang. A lot of people think it was based out of the Cobra, but it was not. It also had the same exhaust as the Mach 1, sound the same. And the cool thing about the Mercury Marauder, it came with a jacket. If you bought it brand new, you got a jacket with the Mercury Marauder. So what happened with the Mercury Marauder? Why did they stop making it after only 2 years? Well, one thing could be is the price. It was a lot more expensive than the Crown Vic, but it looked the same as the Crown Vic and the Mercury Grand Marquis. So a lot of people felt like it was just more of a souped up looking cop car. You know, why pay the extra money to get something that looks similar to a cop car, even though it did perform better than the Crown Vic and the Mercury Grand Marquis. Another thing would be the horsepower of the car. Even though it was faster than a lot of cars, it just didn't put down the numbers that people really wanted to pay that amount for. People didn't think that a little bit over 300 horsepower was enough for the price range on the Mercury Marauder at the time. So that really cut back on a lot of sales of the Mercury Marauder. Even though it's a great car, the value is actually still up on them today, between $10,000 and $15,000 to buy one in good condition. Versus the car you see in front of me, you can get them for half of that, or less than half of that. And with a few upgrades, you can easily match the power of the Mercury Marauder. So is it worth it? or was it worth it? I would think it was, because like I said, you do get those upgrades. You just don't get a different look. I mean, it looks very similar to the Crown Vic, but you know, it does come with enough bells and whistles to let you know that, hey, that's not a regular Crown Vic or a Mercury. Interior wise, they did upgrade the seats, so that did give you a different feel when you're in the car. You had the option of getting the sunroof, which I don't think I've seen any Crown Vics with sunroofs unless they had it put on after it was built. And speaking of sunroofs, on the Mercury Marauder, they actually had those the sunroofs put on second hand. They didn't do that when the car was built, and they had a recall actually on the sunroofs on the Mercury Marauder. So there you go. People didn't want to pay the high price for it, even though it's still a great car today. And so production of the car ended after 2 years. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment down below if you like the Marauder. If you don't like the Marauder, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Other than that, I will catch you guys on the next video.